How's it going, guys and gals? Welcome back to Esports Talk. I hope you're having a great week so far. And we got a whole lot of stuff to talk about with Overwatch because, well, there's a whole lot of stuff going on. There's people leaving the scene, people staying with the scene. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about Siegel, how he said that the meta in Overwatch is currently the best that it's been in years. And this time, he's going to be making an even bolder claim, even as some of the game's top personalities are actually leaving. And like I said, guys, yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff to talk about here. So first thing we'll go into is Siegel and his thoughts on the game currently, because previously, if you guys have actually kept up with Siegel, or if you do watch him, you would know that he doesn't really play Overwatch as much recently, or he wasn't playing it for a bit, but as of recent, he actually has been playing it. He said he's been playing it for about a month straight and actually straight up enjoying it. And it's actually this time him coming out and saying that Overwatch is the best that it has ever been.
I find myself in late 2020, some reason or another, playing Overwatch regularly again, and I am very surprised. In previous patches or metas, or historically with Overwatch, it's pretty common, you know, you go through a long queue time, you load up the game, you hit tab, and you take a quick peek at your team comp, and you go, okay, looks like they got double bear and we don't, or looks like they got brig and we don't, or looks like they have roadhog and then we don't. Wow, I guess we lost. GG, or we're screwed. See you later. GG, go next. And in the current patch of Overwatch, I am very happy to report that I don't really do that right now. And that's pretty crazy. It is probably one of the most balanced patches I have seen in Overwatch's history, and I say that as somebody who's been playing since beta. It feels like every character on ladder, all the way up to the highest MMR, until about maybe like top 50 or 100 or something, is extremely viable.
So this was actually from a YouTube video of Siegel's, and in that video, he has a lot of good things to say about Overwatch nowadays, which if you guys have kept up with Siegel and watched him in the past, you would know that he doesn't always say the greatest things about the game, and that's obviously because he wants what's best for the game. He loves the game, but he has his issues with it and just wants changes for it and wants fixes. And I'm obviously not going to show you like the entire YouTube video for obvious reasons, but a few things that I could point out is that he says he doesn't feel like he needs to dodge games anymore because of a bad hero comp, because previously you could get, you could be in hero selection and kind of just straight up know that you're going to lose a game simply because you have a bad comp, and he says that that's not so much of an issue anymore. He says that anything can work depending on the map and your teammates. And a complaint that Siegel always had was that it used to feel like you have to pick the right character that fits the meta, or just a character that is currently overpowered in order to win a game. But Siegel is currently saying that that is not necessary anymore. Just about anyone is viable, and you can play just about whoever you want, which obviously, that's kind of great to hear for Overwatch, because personally, I can't remember a time where that was ever not a thing. So all of these things sound really promising, but then at the end of the video, Siegel mentions Overwatch 2, and he says that from now until Overwatch 2's release, with Echo being the last hero released for this game, Overwatch is basically in this golden age right now because everything just feels super balanced. And of course, I want to ask you all who do still consistently play Overwatch, what are your thoughts on the game right now? Because I also saw a lot of people commenting on his video saying that Overwatch is fun again. Blizzard has been doing a great job this year, things like that. So let me know what you guys think. But despite all this and how good Overwatch might feel right now and how the meta might feel and just how good the game might be playing at the moment, the Overwatch League is in kind of a different boat because the game is in sort of a weird state right now. Obviously, with Overwatch 2 coming soon, that brings a lot of uncertainty with its esports scene, but you've also got a lot of Overwatch League players just leaving the scene left and right. Obviously, yeah, we have some actually re-signing and returning to their teams for next season, but you still got a lot leaving. Most notably recently, it was Hacksaw and Gamsu, two huge names, of course, with Gamsu actually returning to League of Legends, the game that he, originally came from. But it's not only Hacksaw leaving the NYXL, they also lost 4 other players and their contracts have ended. That's Nenshu, Hotba, Bianca, and Who Are You? Then at the same time, it's the Boston Uprising, re-signing 4 of their players, Punk, Fusions, Color Hex, and Myungbong. Then you've also got the Toronto Defiant releasing almost their entire roster, and that's including people like Kariv, Mangachu, Surefour, Agilities, a lot of these huge names, and so far the only one currently left on the Defiant roster is Logix, though this could be changing, sometime in the near future. But then it's Matt Rodriguez, or Flame, a guy we actually haven't talked about in a while, and that's the Houston Outlaws former general manager, him coming out with a tweet saying that there are currently 62 players under contract, and that means that there's only 31 votes necessary from those players to start up a players association or a players union, which first off, holy crap, that there's only 62 players currently under contract, which, yeah, that can obviously fluctuate as time goes on, but that just shows the dwindling pro player base of the Overwatch League. And also, yeah, it's a former general manager coming out and basically suggesting for these players to get a players association or a players union, which, yeah, they're generally pretty useful to have in esports. However, it kind of shows that Matt probably knows that there's probably issues going on within the orgs or within the league, and for that reason, we might be seeing one coming pretty soon, and it's honestly kind of surprising that we don't have one yet. So while you've got Siegel saying that Overwatch is currently in its best state yet, which I find a little bit ironic considering that Overwatch is kind of near the end of its lifespan, and it pretty much took Blizzard this long to get things really right. But with him saying that, you've also still only got 62 players under contract, and then you've also got these legends leaving the scene, and you've got, as time goes on, probably more pros leaving the scene as well. So I want to ask you guys again, for those of you who have played Overwatch recently or have been playing it consistently, and can actually compare it to the past, past few months at least, what do you think of the game currently, and do you agree with Siegel? Do you think it is currently in the best state that it's ever been, or at least something close to that? Another question I want to ask is, do you think that Overwatch 2 will save this game's esports scene? So let me know what you guys' thoughts are down below. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.